The MacBook Pro and the iPad Pro are probably the most popular content creation devices out there, but they can cost up to 3,000 euros together. So what if you could get all of their features in one device for under $1,000? Meet the Lenovo Yoga 720. Let's start with the presentation. The device comes in a pretty nice box for the price. On top you'll find the laptop, and below that the charging brick and the power cable and some documentation in separate compartments. The laptop itself is pretty small for its 13-inch size. That is largely due to the small bezels around the screen. The screen itself is a real strong point of the device. It's a 13.3-inch Full HD panel that is IPS and has really great viewing angles and also really great outdoor visibility. Even in direct sunlight, you can see everything. The colors are also really good. The display is also a full touchscreen, by the way, and very responsive at that. It supports pen input too, though you will need a Wacom stylus for that, so I wasn't able to test it with my Surface Pen. But in general, you should be able to use it just like an iPad Pro. This is also where the bottom bezel comes in, which is a little bigger than the other ones, because then you can grip the laptop without putting your fingers on the screen. But apart from using it in tablet mode, like I just showed, you can of course also use it in standard laptop mode, tent mode, and standing mode, just like with any other 360 convertible. Now let's get to the specs of the device. This particular one has an Intel Core i5 7200U, 8GB of DDR4 RAM, and a 256GB NVMe SSD. The NVMe SSD is actually a special strong point of this device because it supports read speeds over 3GB per second and write speeds over 1GB per second. That makes the device really, really responsive. Like really, I've never used a laptop that is this fast. Everything from logging in with your fingerprint, which is also really good with the built-in fingerprint reader, to just general usability around the OS feels really, really fluid. Around the fingerprint scanner I just mentioned, you will find the keyboard, which is above average and has a pretty good layout. Of course, this is the German layout, so in the English one you'll find a normal enter key, don't worry. The trackpad is also great to use. It is large enough for the screen, and it also has a great click point. It's just generally pretty great to use. So let's now get to the other aspects of the really beautiful chassis. It's a full aluminum unibody construction with no flex, and it feels really great in the hand. At the back you'll find the vents, which are not loud by the way, even under full load. On one side you'll find a standard USB connection, so you don't have to use an adapter to use normal USB drives, something that even the normal MacBook can't offer. Next to that is the power button, and I wish that next to that was a card reader, but it's unfortunately absent on this notebook. On the other side you'll find two USB-C connections, one of which is Thunderbolt 3, but both support charging and also display output. Speaking of charging, you can charge the laptop's 48 Wh battery in about 1 hour with the included 45 Watt charging brick. It's also good that the laptop charges this fast, because the battery life is really just average at about 7 hours. That is half of what the Surface Book offers, but with the fast charging it's not that big of a deal in my opinion. But the battery is not the only average thing about this laptop. The speakers are on the bottom and really not that loud. They're sufficient, but they're nothing spectacular. One thing that I also didn't quite enjoy that much is the Wi-Fi solution. The dual-stream AC Wi-Fi chip in here is actually not that bad when you're close to the access point. I can get about 50 megabytes per second to and from my NAS when I'm close to my router. But out on the terrace I can't even get an AC signal anymore. And with my Surface I can even get that AC signal on the other side of the street. So the range really isn't a strong point of the Wi-Fi chip in here. So now that you've gotten all of the info about this laptop, would I recommend it? The answer is yes. For 899 euros, you would be hard-pressed to find something better. It's really future-proof with your USB-C connections, a really great screen, and really good performance. The NVMe SSD is just icing on the cake for the performance. The keyboard and trackpad are good, and it's overall just a really nice device to use. And you'll want to use it because it's this beautiful. But what do you think of the Lenovo Yoga 720? Let me know down in the comments below, or tweet it at me. And as always, if you liked this video, press the according button down under it and get subscribed to the channel for more content like this. Also check out my previous videos and click follow on Twitter for exclusive behind the scenes content. And you should also check out the website while you're at it. With that, I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!